Hello to all hidden and dangerous 2 fans. Topic of this episode, Physics in the Game Part 2. Today we will analyze the gearbox, the power of the power plant, skidding resistance, torque indicators, in quiet mode, maximum, and the red line of torque, as well as the parameters of the speed of the engine torque and the parameter responsible for the speed of gear shifting. Let's start with the parameters responsible for torque and power. There are as many as 7 parameters here. Redline RPM, the limit of normal operation of engine, about 1000 points from the maximum, in our case 7000 revolutions per minute. Maximum RPM, the maximum torque that the engine can develop 8000 revolutions per minute in our case. Idling RPM, torque when the car is not moving, somewhere 1000, plus or minus 250 from this, we have 1250 revolutions per minute. Max power at idling RPM, maximum power in idle mode 100. Min power at redline RPM, minimum power in the red zone 400, like our main power, power 400 engine power. Skid factor, skid resistance parameter. The smaller it is, the more stable the car, but also lower speed and acceleration, in our case 200. Next, we will analyze the gearbox settings. Gear 1 on, the torque RPM required to turn on the first gear. Gears, the total number of gears in the box, excluding the rear. Shift up, the percentage of the maximum torque RPM required to shift the gear up. Shift down, the percentage of the maximum torque RPM that is required to shift down if the torque is lower than required. Gear 1, 2, etc. Gear ratio, depending on the setting parameters, increases the maximum speed or accelerates acceleration. Our gearbox settings. The torque for turning on first gear is 2000 revolutions per minute. Upshift torque RPM, gear 1 to 40, 2 to 55, 3 to 65, 4 to 75, 5 to 90, 6, 0. Downshift torque RPM, gear 1, 0, 2 to 35, 3 to 50, 4 to 60, 5 to 70, 6 to 85. The number of gears is 6. The position of the gear ratios, gears 1 to 80, 2 to 70, 3 to 55, 4 to 30, 5 to 20, 6 to 5. Thanks for viewing.